welcome back. We're going to talk. We're going to do a new segment this week called Disappointment and Surprises. Each person is going to give their top 3 disappointments this year, whether it be a player, coach, or a team, and the top 3 surprises the same way. I'm going to start off with my disappointments. Number 3, I got on my list. I got the Browns. I wasn't expecting them, do much this year, but I thought they'd at least win 4 games. That this team may be the worst offensive team ever in the history of the NFL. I said I wasn't happy about Mangini hire. I didn't think he was a good coach, but what I did think he was mediocre. I thought he was a mediocre coach, and now I don't even think he's that. So that's my number 3 disappointment. Number 2 is the Redskins. They went out and got Hainsworth.
Yeah.
And the defense is supposed to be pretty good. The defense isn't that bad, but I thought they would step up this year and at least compete in the division. I didn't think they'd make the playoffs, but I thought they would compete, and they're having a season kind of similar to what I thought the Browns would have. And then my number 1 disappointment has to be Jay Cutler on the pace to set the NFL record for interceptions. I'm not going to put it all on him. The running game can't get going. The offensive line, I think he's kind of old, and he doesn't really have any weapons like he had in Denver. But at the same time, he has to be able to manage the game better than that. So that's also many picks. I think he's doing the difference. Chicago could be in the playoff hunt if he just managed the game a little bit better. I don't think they would, be a playoff factor, but I think they can at least be in the hunt if it wasn't for Cutler. I'm going to turn it over to Derek now and give us your top 3 disappointments.
Well, all my disappointments, just for record, all my disappointments have something to do with Cleveland.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Browns' offense. They don't score.
Yeah.
It's like they just can't score.
Last season.
It's like they just can't score. My second disappointment is Eric Mangini. I thought he was overrated coming out of the Jets, and I think he lost a lot of games for the Jets last year. And his inability to pull that guy that wore number 4, his inability to pull that guy.
I forgot how you won't like Brett Favre.
Yeah, Brett Favre. But
what's your number 1 disappointment?
The AFC North as a whole.
AFC North? How?
The AFC North as a
It's
whole.
probably the toughest division. You take the Browns out.
Okay, minus the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, the AFC North minus the Cincinnati Bengals. They haven't won a game that means a lot except for when Pittsburgh went up to Minnesota and beat them.
No, that was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Minnesota came to Pittsburgh and beat them. Other than that game, the AFC North kind of looked very, very, very suspect.
Well,
so I'm kind of disappointed.
It's not just them, but yeah, you got a point.
Okay, and Lawrence, your 3 disappointments?
Wait, this honorable mention goes to the Tennessee Titans.
All right. Yeah, I guess this was hard to think of, but I picked Jake Delhomme. I think he's still haunted by the playoff game he had with the Cardinals.
They were really fucked him.
And then, of course, the Tennessee Titans as well. It's kind of funny. 1 year they win like 10 straight, and then now this year they almost lost. They lost like what, 8 or 9?
They lost 6 straight.
Yeah, they lose 6 straight. But they're starting to make a comeback now. And then, of course, the Cleveland Browns. I mean, we knew that their offense was bad, but the thing that I'm not a Browns fan, so the thing that shocked me, all right, you're going to start Brady Quinn. Well, his best target was Kellen Winslow. They did away with him, and then you pull Brady Quinn like 2.5 weeks in and put in Derek Anderson, and you traded away Braylon Edwards, which, I mean, yeah, he got the dropsies, but that was Derek Anderson's best target. So now you got the 2 top targets for your offense gone, and it's like they were the worst offense last year. They went so many weeks without a touchdown and carried that into this season. It's like, come on. It's like, what do you expect? But that's my biggest disappointment.
Okay, now we're gonna do top 3 surprises. We're gonna start. Derek, start you off with that one.
Okay, my number 3 surprise is the Aints, which are now officially the Saints again. 10-0. What can be said? It's like they're a franchise riddled with futility, with a couple years of mediocrity, but they've stepped up. Number 2 is the Cincinnati Bengals. No longer are they confused with Massillon High. They beat everybody in the division twice except the Browns, who they will beat this weekend. And my number 1 surprise is the Minnesota Vikings, as much as I hate to admit it. and yes, that's where the number 4 guy plays this year. Honorable mention goes to my Arizona Cardinals. I gave them honorable mention because they aren't sneaking up on people this year, but they're still 7-3.